Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 3 of Star Wars Dark Times. Now, as you know, Star Wars Dark Times is meant to cover the rise of the Empire, and we're meant to see how a Jedi known as Jenna joins with a band of crew going on all sorts of mishaps. And yeah, the story, I would say, is like the original version of Rebels in Bad Batch, but better. And the cover mainly has Jenna fleeing a giant beast, and let's get on with the story. It starts off on Coruscant. Emperor Palpatine is seeing the sort of ships and that getting ready, and we see Palpatine saying, Lord Vader, I told you a new assignment will be forthcoming. There is a matter on Marrakech which requires your attention. It involves Jedi. And here we kind of see how Darth Vader has a bit of something that he needs to say. And we know something's troubling him. And we see how the Emperor asks him what's the problem. And Vader's saying, I heard from Commander Vale on New Plateau. And again, this is kind of showing that Darth Vader is still a little of the old Anakin left. And again, Palpatine knows this, but tries to make up lies and that the slaves won't have a harsh treatment, but they were separatists, and they need to help make up for the crimes they've committed. And again, what I like about the early issues of Dark Times, this is Darth Vader with still elements of the old Anakin left, and this is him, like, wondering, am I really doing the right things? And we see basically all the other ships and that getting ready to go onto other planets and that. And we do kind of see how, on the ship that Jenna's in, we see how the captain and his crew are having an important cargo. And we do see Jenna talking with Bomo about, trying to get his family back, but not having any problems, and wondering about the crew themselves. And we see how as soon as they get in, we kind of see how they discuss the plans about going on to the slave planet. And we see Bomo saying, accomplished? We're going to rescue my wife and daughter, of course. And we do see everyone looks at him. But of course, they do try to calm Bomo down. And we do see how Jenna tries to reassure Bomo that they need to save his other people, and he can't let personal emotions get in the way. And we do kind of see how, they're going to discuss the plan, what to do, and we do kind of see how, Captain Hedden and that does agree, but we kind of see, wondering how they're going to handle the situation. And we do see how Margeth shows him his former slave tattoo, showing that he was originally from the planet. And of course, we see them journey it finally to the slave planet. And we see basically Jenna tell him to be quiet and speak in alien language. But of course, we see how, due to Margeth's kind of knowledge, they know where the lower levels are. And you can tell right away Jenna and the others are disgusted with how the slaves are being treated. So of course, they have to make sure to go in and out with no issues. And we see how, a reckless speeder causes an accident that causes a large creature to go into a rampage mode. And we see Jenna saying, Margeth, stay out the thing's way. Why do you think it will be saved by my blaster? And of course we see how he jumps onto it, calms it down, and we see how Jenna realizes that he didn't really need to use anything, and they kind of surprised that Margeth handled the situation fine. And we see how the beast's owner says, many thanks, there's no telling what might have happened. Escapee! God, escapee! And we see how Jenna tries to handle the situation. And of course, we see him try to do the Jedi mind trick. But keep in mind, since Jenna was basically the weakest Jedi from the temple, his skills aren't as perfect, but manages to get the job done. And after this, mainly faints from trying to use the mind trick, but he points out and lies to them that he had to bribe them, not wanting them to know he's a Jedi. So of course they see that Bomo's gone now and tries to get down to the female pit to find his wife and child. And we see him saying, "Massa, Risa, it's me, Bomo. Massa, are you there? Bomo going back?" And we kind of see how, yeah, because of Bomo's recklessness, more of the slave gods show up. And of course, this goes out onto an all-out fight against the gods and Jenna and his friends. So of course, they mainly take down the gods and that. We see how, yeah, because of their skills and that, they manage to take them down single-handedly. And this is where Bomo is let know by one of his neighbours and that his wife's dead and his child's been taken and sold to someone else. And yeah, this is the story. So I kind of think, yeah, issue 3 is definitely good, because I think unlike Bad Batch and that, or Rebels, this is Jenna basically the weakest of the Jedi, but knowing that he can't use all the skills that he was probably given, and has to kind of rely on what he can. And I think having Darth Vader show some hints of regret, some remorse, shows that deep down, there's still a bit of the old Anakin left in him. And something I think the Darth Vader comics are trying to do, but we don't really need Padme's old handmaidens, just a man who's broken and showing signs that he's regretting his actions. So I think this issue definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.